18 haircuts ago because I haven't had 18 haircuts since then.
In your life. Hey!
In my life. Hey!
Welcome to the 605 show at Thinker Network Studio. We're back. We're sorry.
We're recording this live, and I think it's funny because I see like the viewer count, and it's like during the intro and during like the regular video, it's like 12 people, and then we turn on, and it's like
wait, they're actually gonna talk. Get out of here.
Oh no.
Well, we have a show for you today.
We do.
Number one.
Yeah, whoever you are, we appreciate you. It's probably Greta.
It's probably Greta making sure we're not messing up the script. Yeah. She works so hard on it.
37 hours.
Well, welcome to, what episode are we on now? Does it even say?
57.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah, that's a lot. Almost 5 years.
Wow, we're getting old.
What do you think about it?
I know. That's why we need to update those pictures at the beginning. Well, maybe people like them. That's why they exit.
Yeah, maybe they like it. They like the photo.
They're like, wait, they look like that now?
Yeah.
Well, it is November. It's already mid-November, which is kind of crazy to think. Yeah. It is almost Thanksgiving.
That's a November issue.
And I will say, for everyone in the Sioux Falls area, and I'm sure probably this is happening in Rapid City too, maybe not, or statewide, but a lot of grocery stores are closing on Thanksgiving. Dan, aren't you concerned?
I'm so concerned.
So do your shopping before, okay? And I heard like all the stores are closing. What the heck? Anyways, we have the November issue out. It's the holiday issue, and it features the cover there is Freckled Fox and Spearfish. It's a really awesome shop. You got to check that out. And then we have Zambro's Variety in this issue. You got to cover Zambro's when you're talking about the holidays.
Yeah.
They're the OGs.
Let's be real. I didn't have a photo for Zambro's.
Oh, shoot. Greta! No, she's watching. No, she's like... Wait, did she like it? Because that's probably Greta.
Probably.
And
no,
then
it's Jesse.
Thanks, Jesse, in the studio watching us, giving us the support. What a great guy. We also have Tara Shepard. We have good old Sioux Falls Santas in this issue. I love him. And then we have Chef Jenny's new Dinner Birdie company. That's a company that is awesome, that has really high quality dinners that you can just get and then put in the oven if you're too busy this holiday season or any day.
Love that.
And then Juniper in Rapid City you should go there if you've never been. It's a really good restaurant. It's farm to table. Table.
Thank you.
So check that out. But we have upcoming events.
We do. We got a lot of cool events.
We do. We have Winterfest in Aberdeen at the Aberdeen Civic Center.
Let's see.
The 44th annual. Celebrate fine art and enjoy entertainment and great food while finding a variety of various art forms like fine and folk arts.
Oh, wow. It's like indoors.
Yes, as well as, well, I would hope so, as well as one of a kind unique gifts for the hardest people to buy for on your list. Check it out, AberdeenAreaArtsCouncil.com.
Oh.
What do you want for Christmas?
Me?
Or whatever holiday you celebrate, I should say.
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Peace and joy on this earth.
Peace and joy.
Yes.
I might get myself a new car.
Dang! And do the old, what, are you going to put a big bow on yourself and then surprise yourself?
Yeah, like the old Mercedes commercials.
You're like, get up, and you have to be in a robe.
I bought flannel pajamas just for this, just to go to the dealership and get myself a new car.
And I have folders ready. Yes. You have to have it all. Surprise yourself. Did you know those bows are really expensive?
That's not surprising.
I mean, I don't know. But speaking of the holidays, 1880 train, Holiday Express, November 25th through the 26th at Hill City Station. This is actually really awesome. There's actually two versions. There's an adult version and a family-friendly version. And they're all dressed like elves. It's kind of like Polar Express. It's really cool. I did it last year.
1880s style.
Yes, I went to the family version where they hand out sugar cookies and jingle bells and stuff like that. And then there's the spiked car, which my parents got into. My mother was spiked. They put booze in your hot chocolate, and she had a jolly old time when she got out of that train and stopped moving. So check that out.
Mrs. Bowden had ours.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Terry Bowden. So yeah, but a lot of those are actually sold out already. So check it out. It's also in December, 1880train.com. The Festival of Lights is downtown Rapid City, November 26th. See it light up in Main Street Square in downtown for that event. And now we're going to kick off the show with one of our good friends, Brian White.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
From all the bars, Highball, Treasury, Carpenter. You're a busy man.
Let's keep busy, yeah.
And are you guys doing another bar in like the Sharapa land?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, thank God. Now you can get some
Nothing to
sleep.
be released as of.
Oh,
shoot.
sorry.
Yeah, I got to keep things.
Hush, hush.
Hush, hush.
We should have had you sign an
Yeah,
NDA or some sort of.
I'm busy as it
situation.
is, so
What?
So
You're
really quick
busy
for
with
the,
all the good bars in town?
yeah, keeps me
So
busy.
speaking
Right?
of those bars, let's just do a quick little plug for the Pendar
Yeah.
Property groups. We have Carpenter Bar, the Treasury at Hotel Phillips, and Highball.
Whoa.
Brian, where can we find you more often than not?
Currently, I've been spending a lot of time at Carpenter Bar, but I do get around, so occasionally filling in at the Highball and a little hit at the Treasury once in a while. But
Every once in a while.
What's the news at all the spots? Are you guys doing seasonal drinks?
Seasonal drinks are in. We're gonna make some hot drinks today for you guys because it is the season. We got snow flying.
Yes.
The Treasury is launching a new dinner menu actually today, so swing in there, check out the food options.
What are some of the menu items that you're excited about with the new menu?
Really, we're bringing back some classics that we haven't had on there for a while. So we have the wild game sausage board. So you're getting a rabbit, a pheasant, and a bison sausage on that. So it's kind of a little different, but
that is wild.
Quite quality. And the Som plate's coming back, where it's your marinated beef with the lettuce leaves. It's always been a big hitter. So everybody's excited to have that back.
I've always been scared of those like mustards. Well, mustard in general scares me.
The mustard.
And I did the sausage board at Treasury and I freaking inhaled it. I don't know who I was that day, but I liked it.
It wasn't brunchalana?
It wasn't brunchalana.
Oh, don't say the B word.
I know, no. You're still not doing brunch, right?
No brunch.
I mean, it was good, but should we do like the collage, like in the arms?
We should.
The Treasury brunch.
What is that? In memorandum?
Yeah, the brunch. No, so what do you got going on? Should we go ahead and start with one of the hot drinks?
I can whip one of these up. I thought it is snowing here, and we are going to make a classic hot toddy for you guys today. So we're going to do one with booze and one without, just in case, you're taking the week off. So we're just going to start with an ounce of honey. This is maybe not the best vessel for it, as it's coming out super slow. Maybe I'll just make one and then we'll come back with that NA one because you'll get the idea. Okay, we got our honey. Little trick here to get it out of the jiggers. I'm just going to hit it with some hot water right away.
I was just going to say, I was like, how does it come out? So
yeah,
easily?
It does not come out easily. So 1 ounce of honey. And then we're going to hit with 1.5 ounces of your favorite spirit. We like to use a little cognac. Keep it classy. I should use this one. And you could certainly use rum or any other spirit that you like. Then we're going to give it a little bit of turmeric, which gives it a beautiful color and some of that holiday spice. Cinnamon stick, and then we are going to stud a lemon wheel with some cloves.
I thought you said with clothes.
Yeah, we'll put little cloves on the lemon.
A nice cashmere sweater.
Dress it up.
For the holidays.
It's snowing.
He is beautiful and warm.
A warm garnish.
Oh, I nearly
is a
forgot.
happy garnish.
We also need a little lemon juice in here. So
Ooh, that was a good sound.
Oh yeah, 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, like so. Get my action out of the way, and just top it with some hot water, and this will keep you warm and cure whatever ails you.
So should we have that one and then do the NA one when we go in between?
Well, the NA one is the same one. I was just going to make a NA.
Well,
I mean, it's the same
nice.
drink, just remove the booze, of course.
So I know we've maybe covered this a little bit before, but yeah, talk about for people. I mean, mocktails are
Super
huge.
In. Yeah, we've being a bar, we've kind of avoided having a set section on the menu of NA cocktails, but demand has been so high that we've now do have an NA cocktail section at I know for sure at Highball and Carpenter Bar.
Oh, cool.
This gives people, you want to include everybody and give them something quality that's not just a Sprite or, what's the other one they drink? Shirley Temples.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Like consistency too. Like that's something,
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
because somebody will come in and like you got somebody who's super creative, like I don't know, like Ben or like Clint or Luke will make something, and it's like who knows what they made. So if you go and you order something, the next
I want
time,
that one that he made
I
me
want the
last
one that
time, and I'm like
so-and-so
calling
made.
him
Yeah,
up. I'm
it's
like,
just like, I
"What'd
don't
you
know what
make last time?"
I'm throwing lemon juice and all sorts of stuff with soda water in a cup. So it helps build consistency. It looks good.
Yeah, that one's for you, Dan.
Oh,
Look at you.
heavens!
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Are you gonna have something too back there, Brian?
I have to work tonight, so I probably
you'd
will
be
wait.
responsible.
I mean, I do love a toddy, but it also puts me right to bed.
See, it's nice to have a good toddy before you go to bed.
That's the truth.
Good night. Good night, sweet prince.
Look at that clothes-studded lemon peel.
Look at that sweater.
Look at that sweater on him.
Oh gosh, they make such
This
good.
does have a good. This does have a good aroma, Brian.
Thank you.
This looks and smells fantastic. Is the turmeric new this year?
No, turmeric we've always added because it really, without the turmeric, you don't get that beautiful golden. I mean, you don't so much taste turmeric, but it's you get kind of that gingery, but then you get the beautiful gold.
Walk me through what you're feeling right now.
Warmth. I feel like I've just curled up with a nice Eartha Kitt novel and a blanket.
Enough about hanging out with me. What do you think about the drink?
Oh, nice, nice, nicely done.
Well, thanks.
No, it is delicious. This is fantastic. I cannot recommend going down to Carpenter, Highball, or Treasury enough.
Oh yes, and real quick, Brian, are you guys still doing the try it all?
We are doing the try 'em all. Currently, it is a riff on a Manhattan, so
Ooh.
you can go down, and if you try all three, you get a free drink of your choice. So get down, try them all.
When does voting stop each month?
The end of the month, and actually right now we're on this Manhattan riff, so through the end of this month, and then in December we're actually doing a toddy style drink challenge amongst the group.
Super fun. You go down and you get a punch card.
Yeah.
Like this, and they stamp it.
That is actually directly from his pocket because it has a crease on it.
It is super crease.
How many stamps do you got?
2.
Hey, one to go.
I have 2 of these.
Oh,
I had to get one redone.
I see.
So collecting stamps. So go check it out.
Collecting them all yourself.
Yep. What do you think?
Well, thanks, Brian.
Hey, you're welcome.
I'm excited for my little mucky.
I've got one coming over for you.
Yes, baby. And guess who else is coming over? We got Steve from downtown Sioux Falls. We really need like applause noises.
I know.
Woo!
It's just
Woo.
you appreciate it.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
How's it going?
It's pretty good.
I missed you.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
it has.
A lot of things have happened. So, okay, walk me through. You obviously have some big events going on, but I always like to know someone's like workload. Like, I feel like I don't know if downtown ever has a lull. Where are you at now? Like, do you have any sort of break in between anything?
So February, we don't have anything scheduled. So that's kind of our break, but it is always like, oh, summer's done. Okay, we can relax. Oh, wait, it's holiday shopping season.
Right.
It's Parade of Lights.
And then that goes right into Burger Battle.
Yeah.
Because that's one of your biggest things all year. That has turned into one of your biggest things all year, right?
Oh, yeah.
I would say that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about, first and foremost, the Parade of Lights is coming up.
Yes.
What's the full deed?
Yeah, so it's the day after Thanksgiving. It starts at 7:30 p.m. It's classic, going down Phillips Avenue, all kinds of businesses coming through, creating floats with lights. No big crazy change. Same holiday tradition that's been going on for 30 years.
Right. You got to have all that fire blasting.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of fire blasting.
What?
we have a
Oh,
vote.
hey. That's always nice. It's like a lifesaver, especially when it's really cold out. You just like wait for the fire to hit.
It is.
Do you know of any fun themes going on with floats?
The theme is Christmas. The theme is Christmas.
You crazy cats.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so talk through. Sometimes I feel like people don't understand. You guys like vote on these floats, right?
So we have judges who vote on
Yeah.
the floats. So we'll have mayor's choice. We've got best use of lights, which is chosen by our junior grand marshal, which is adorable.
Cute.
I think we have a DTSF favorite chosen by a board member, and there are a couple more. I can't remember.
Like,
them.
where do they all sit? Where are these judges at? Like throughout the parade, and they all meet up, or
They're in front of the Orpheum Theater. So if you have a float happening, just show your best side when you go past the Orpheum.
really bring it when
Good
you
to
get to
know.
that theater. Yeah, good to
Big
know.
smile.
Right?
Good to know.
What else happens that night? Or so that's also the lighting. And I mean, this isn't part of the parade, but that's also the big lighting of the tree.
Yes, there's the Christmas tree lighting, and that'll be before the parade. And then they've timed it so there's enough time that you can go to the Christmas tree lighting and then find your spot along the route, and it's not going to be too crazy.
Perfect. And you're already down there. You're already right by there. That's the Washington Pavilion, correct?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I love this photo.
Yes.
That adequately,
Just
Look at that.
living his best
adequately
life.
sums up how I feel about the Parade of Lights this year.
That's like the equivalent of a kid going, "Let's
Yeah.
go."
I remember, and I guarantee you this photo was taken right after he saw this.
Yeah.
Because the first time I moved up here, I didn't know, like I was like, hey, come to the Parade of Lights. And I thought it was just like floats. And then I see these like torches that are like Mad Max or something coming down the street. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
pretty
cool.
great.
We were having a good time.
And if the other thing too, what I would suggest is we always do, for example, at Crawford's, we get a reservation every year at the front. So like you can get a reservation at a restaurant. I would do it as soon as you can, so you can have a really comfy seat and kind of go in and out too, so you can warm up, go back out. So hopefully we have good weather again, but it doesn't really matter with the Parade of Lights. You just got to
Right.
bundle up.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
we
mean?
live here. We got to get used to it.
I mean, yeah, you live here. Okay, you do this on purpose. Whatever. Yeah, what are some challenges that you face while organizing? Is it just getting all the floats in and everything kind of going? And
Yeah, I mean, everyone's a little last minute with the floats, the float applications. I mean, I'm a very last minute person, so I get it. But other than that, it's all those floats waiting before the parade starts. There's some
Right.
antsiness. They're like, we just want to go. But other than that, it moves pretty smoothly.
where do they all go when it's done?
I think they go down past like Falls Park, kind of, and up and around.
And then they're just like in charge of like cleaning up after their own float and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just interested in all this stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Well,
great
and then
context.
the DTSF
It's great
team
deets.
picks up the trash afterwards. So
I got you.
if you want a volunteer opportunity,
I've always wanted to get
Come
V
back.
to do like we get a float and then we have just V like just perform on a float.
Just the noblemen back reunited on a float.
it's like the Macy's Thanksgiving
Yeah.
I
Day
think it would be
performers.
great. I'm into it. Oh gosh.
Have them cover like jock jams.
You're like,
Yeah, like-
exactly. Oh yeah, and by the way, yeah, he always told me he never does karaoke, and then he did hip hop karaoke this year, and I'm like, what happened to like I'll never do? He is
No,
like,
I've
too
seen
good
him do
for
that multiple
karaoke.
years.
I know, and he does it at the tourism conference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you've
so it's
seen
like-
it. He does it every year. But
Yeah.
before that, like before he has Grey Goose, he's like, I don't do karaoke. I'm better than that. And then all of a sudden he's like, it was all a dream. And you're like, oh, he's feeling it.
Oh,
But anyways,
the goose is loose. huh?
The goose is
Oh no.
loose. But we have a little back and forth with you called, because you know what? It is the end of the year and downtown Sioux Falls does a lot for our community. So this is called Go Ahead and Gloat, with 2022 coming to a close and the holiday season upon our heels. Nice writing, Greta. I like that. It's time to celebrate.
Wait,
Tenley.
has she seen these? Do you know? Does she know the stats? Did you
Well,
provide?
she
Did
helped
you provide
provide
them? You
some.
put them together.
That's
Okay.
it.
Well, she has to be ready to gloat. So if you need to cheat, here's this too.
Okay, thank you.
Let's start with Burger Battle. Go ahead and gloat.
Yes, we had over 44,000 burgers sold. We had an economic impact of $1.3 million. So that is money that's in our community supporting downtown restaurants. You know, January is traditionally a very slow and quiet month for restaurants, but in Sioux Falls, it's nuts.
Might as well
Wow.
mic drop right there. We're
Yeah,
done.
actually, that's
Get the
that's
good work done in January.
yeah, that's
Exactly.
a massive amount of sales in a month. That's typically very slow.
And what a
That's
cool
super
idea
cool.
to like really change the economy in January. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, the lights are really bringing out the blue in my eyes. I just like it. I'm just admiring myself. But speaking of gloating,
Bask in yourself.
let's go back to Downtown Pork Showdown, which is a newer version.
Yeah.
Was this the second year?
This is the second year.
And so now we're going to go into the third year. But how
Yeah.
about this year? What happened?
Yeah, so we sold 5,130 dishes, and we had a 48% increase in votes from last year.
Holy
So
cow.
getting some traction.
And
Yeah.
Chef Lance is both years, right?
Yes.
Look at him go. He's so good at it though.
He's amazing. I mean, and he coaches his team. He's like, here's what we want to do to win. Here's how you do the customer service. Here's how you explain the voting. So if you want some
See?
tips, talk to Chef Lance.
See, she's given all the inside scoops. Orpheum Theater, coach your team.
Best side when you
Best-
pass the judges.
Oh, yeah, your best
It's
side.
like best Thanksgiving side, mashed potatoes.
Yep.
And then you moved offices. Talk about that.
yeah.
Yes. So we are now in the Orpheum Theater. We were at the Shriver building, but we did a whole build out. So it's a new space, a lot more open concept. We can just chat with each other. We can collaborate, which actually means like, what are you doing for lunch?
Which means we're eating.
But
Speaking
it's
of-
been really good.
Speaking of that, you have some new faces.
Yes, we do. We've had 3 new team members within the last year.
Jeez.
So we're all adjusting, but everyone's doing great. So we have Andrew doing admin stuff. If you call on the phone, he's the person who will answer. We have Charlie doing membership. She's been doing a great job. And then we have Jared, who's been here almost a year doing events. So
Jeez.
yeah.
Craziness. You guys are always up to something. Tenley on tour. Oh yeah, you presented your branding tips. You talk about that. That was cool. I saw that on the socials.
Yes. So we went to the International Downtown Association Conference in Vancouver.
Cool.
Wow.
So I got to do a presentation there and talk about excellent event branding. So downtown organizations are this niche that I didn't know existed until I started working here. And you end up figuring out a lot of things just as you go. So I've been here for 4 years. And in that time, I've really figured out like, how do we do branding? How do you act as a one-person marketing design team? So I was able to share that with other organizations that are kind of a similar size. And
Cool.
yeah, it was some really good perspective, just some good sharing with other folks. Because, you know, you come here and you're like, this is the only downtown that's in existence. And then you go to Canada and meet everybody else.
That's crazy. Did Rapid go?
I
Maybe.
think so.
Oh, cool. Have you guys gone before, or is that
This
You go
is
every
the
year?
second year I'd been, but Joe's been maybe a couple times.
that's got to be nice to kind of to bond with other downtowns? And do you guys have a lot of similar issues, or does it seem very similar in different places? Or
It does. Yeah. And in other downtowns, we can see like there's kind of larger scale versions of some issues that we have. So, you
Mhm.
know, there's always homelessness. That's just an issue we're dealing with in downtowns. Anytime you get like walkability and easy connection,
right?
you want to know how to take care of all those people there. But a lot of buzzwords, placemaking, walkability, connectivity.
Look at that.
What were we saying earlier? Synergy.
Synergy.
There it is. It's
Synergy.
the-
Which we'll talk more with Jesse about synergy
Stage.
in a little bit here. Okay, and then quote behind the scenes nerd stuff. Go ahead and gloat.
Yes. So we've been doing a lot of stuff that is kind of that back end work. Talking about events and how to streamline them. I'm just using all the buzzwords. How can I talk about this without buzzwords? But basically trying to make events more inviting, more fun, and a little bit more focused on who actually wants to show up to these. Like if you are in a core audience, we want to make sure it's a great event, not just kind of like, I showed up for this because it's happening.
Right.
So that, and then our board of directors, super exciting, is working on their structure to also be more effective. So
Oh, neat.
that helps my day-to-day go smoother. Most people probably won't notice, but yeah, it's been good.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You never know. Like when we do the 6 to 5 Summer Classic, it's like we think it's like our direct demo of our magazine, but it's like its own thing. So like a lot of it's actually different than what we assume. A lot of like middle-aged people with like, you know what I mean? Or it's
Yep.
more like craft beer people. So then you have to kind of work it around that. I always compare it to like, are you too young for The Sims?
Maybe.
It's a game where like it's all about placement and people and how you do things, and the whole like point of the game is, well, first off, to pretend like you're in a different life, which okay. But hashtag my therapy. But it's all about like, it's just weird with events. Like if you place something here, like people might not get to it, or like this might make people happier if you have this there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all the
Yeah.
small details that no one thinks about. And
Yeah.
you're doing it all the time.
We do.
Anything else we should know going into 2023 for downtown Sioux Falls?
I mean, it's the holidays. shop downtown. We're talking about how easy and delightful it is to shop down here. I mean,
It is
you
easy
go
and delightful.
to like the mall, you park way back in the parking lot. You have to walk all the way in the cold, but you come here, park in a parking ramp, just like a little tiny little walk, and then you get to the businesses, and everyone has great recommendations. I mean, you go to Child's Play Toys, you say, I know an 8-year-old and they love dinosaurs. They give you a recommendation and they gift wrap it for free.
For free.
So all kinds of stuff like that downtown.
And you have that, like, you know, you have that walk in your coat like you're in a Hallmark
know.
movie
I know. Get a great
with your bags.
scarf.
Go get a hot toddy at Carpenter Bar on Phillips.
Yeah.
Oh,
You warm
or
up a little
Treasury.
bit. Yeah.
Warm up with those toddies, baby. It's always nice to have a post-shop toddy in your body. What can you say? Feel a little naughty.
I was hoping you would land there. I was like, wait for it. No,
Oh my
you can't.
gosh. Oh yeah, and talk about really quick before we let you go. How about the gift card or the downtown holiday card? Is that the proper name? How do you say it?
The downtown gift card?
Yes,
Yes, they're back.
they're back.
Baby. They were gone most of this year. And we've switched to an all digital version. So
Oh,
it's easy to order online. And if you have a recipient, you can just email it to them. You can print out a little thingy, brochure. I don't know what you call it. Workshopping
forgot
that.
the thinky.
But the downtown gift card is available. Great gift.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Get it. DTSF.com. Her branding. Check it out.
Yeah.
Creative brains behind it.
Oh, I was going to ask you. This is unrelated, and this is not a scripted question. You have like a email, like a newsletter, blog type thing you're sending. Are you still doing that?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Because I heard
do.
somebody recommend it the other day. They said it's
Yes.
really, really good, and so I just wanted to plug that
It
because
is.
you're super creative and super artistic and super talented. There's a lot of cool
Yeah.
stuff besides just the
Want me to move?
downtown Sioux Falls.
Floating
branding.
about other things now.
You know? So,
Yes.
yes, unrelated, but
Yes.
just had to give a shout
It's
out.
called
for that.
10 Times. It's on Substack. Look it up.
Check it out.
And illustrated.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Again with that mic drop, baby.
Legit.
Well, thank you, Tenley. We'll see you downtown. I always
I'm
and
sure.
if you drive around, you'll see her walking at one point.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
my goal to walk to work as much as possible in the winter. I'll keep you posted.
Because of walkability.
Yeah.
Check it out. Well, thank you. We're
It's
gonna
very
bring on our
streamlined
boy
of you.
Jesse now. We're gonna swap you.
Should we have another cocktail?
Yeah, let's do another cocktail. Would you have another
Yeah, I
cocktail?
got another cocktail. Yeah, we can make another cocktail.
Back to Brian White. Here, your tush over here, Jesse.
All right. So this is a Carpenter Bar cocktail called the Handsome Devil. It has been on the menu for for a while. This time of year, I think I kind of lean a little bit. You don't need we want the liquor to warm you up. You don't necessarily need the hot water and the toddy. But this one is kind of a play on a Manhattan, which is a very classic cocktail. Stirred drink in the wintertime where we have a little less dilution. There's no citrus in this. This just kind of lets the booze speak for itself. Let's make sure this is clean. All right. Well, I'll just get right to it. So it is 2 ounces of bourbon. And then we have a Luxardo Maraschino liqueur right here, which is going to give it a little bit of a sweetness to it. And this I'm just pouring a 1/3 ounce. Like a classic Manhattan is generally 2 ounces spirit, 1 ounce of vermouth. So instead of the vermouth here, we're just using a couple of different liqueurs that are like sweet, bitter, herbal, just to kind of give it a little different balance. So I'm going a 1/3 ounce of Benedictine, which is an herbal liqueur made by monks.
Mhm.
And last but not least, this is Cynar, which is an Italian Amaro. Kind of has a bitter note, but also like a little bit of this gingery herbal thing going on with that. We're going to finish that with a dash of chocolate bitters. There we go. Let me grab my ice back here. Like I said, this is a stirred cocktail, which you do generally see more stirred cocktails in the winter than you would in the summertime, but always an option. So I'll give this the old stir. I'm always counting to 52 turns. I don't know why it is, but I feel like that's just the proper number of stirs.
Is that what Dale DeGroff said?
I don't know. Now
Thank you,
I've
52.
lost track though. I have no idea where I'm at.
Why not 50?
I don't know. This didn't taste quite right, I guess.
It's because somebody lost track.
Yeah.
and they ended
Yeah, I
Actually,
lost track. There it
52.
was.
52.
When he was pouring that.
And then we're just going to strain this into a coupe glass.
You want that?
Yeah, pass it down.
Yeah, we'll get Jesse in here on the handsome devil.
It'd be rude to say no.
It would be.
We'll get him
Well, I named
fonkered
the
up.
drink after you. You should at least accept it.
Oh,
I said your last
you got
name.
the F word already, huh?
Fonkert.
There you are, Dan. Pass her down. Cheers.
Okay, you just handed. I'm scared.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. You want this NA, Toddy?
Yeah.
Let's pass this one out.
This down too.
Get
You
her
got it?
down,
You
baby.
got it? There you are. There you are.
Perfect. Look at that cinnamon. Well, hey, thanks, Brian.
Hey,
Yeah,
cheers.
Brian, these look great. And you know what's funny? I just get it like, those old, there's like an old video that's like a completely unhinged cocktail recipe. And like the girl's like 2 ounces of bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
Pours like
Pours the whole
bottle.
bottle of Jim Beam in it.
I was
I've-
just thinking of that when you were like 2
Yeah.
ounces of bourbon. And then you said you forgot a pour spot. I was like, oh, he's going for it.
No. The old trusty jiggers. So
Yep. Nope. No off the hinge recipes here. So Jesse,
Oh, hi.
What's up?
how's that beverage?
What's up?
Which camera do I look at? There's so many cameras. It just
Just kind of off into space.
Do you feel like you've been kidnapped?
yeah. Well, it's most days.
Most days.
That's the life of nonprofit work.
All the
It's a
day.
good thing. It's a good thing. I kid mostly.
But we're here with Jesse from the Sioux Metro Growth Alliance. Okay, right away.
Hey,
Tell the people, what is that?
which one? My name or the organization we serve?
Both.
Okay,
No,
so
your
it's-
organization.
Yeah. So Fonkerts. Yeah, it's good. Very good. The Sioux Metro Growth Alliance. Wow.
Wow.
Where do I start? I don't even know because it's so exciting. We are a regional economic development organization that serves
Ooh.
15 rural and suburban communities around Sioux Falls in Lincoln County, Minnehaha County, and McCook County. So we call the
Okay.
Sioux Metro the Sioux Falls MSA, the metro area that is defined by good old Uncle Sam.
Can you name all of them?
Which direction?
All 15?
Alphabetically? Okay. Baltic, Brandon, Canton, Colton, Crooks, Star Rapids, Garrison, Harrisburg, Hartford, Humboldt, Lenox, Salem, T, Valley Springs, Worthing. I think I got them all there.
Bars.
Bars? Oh my
Bars.
gosh. I haven't done that one
Dropping
yet.
bars out here.
We actually have this. We have this idea. We want to do like a dive bar party bus tour.
I thought of
across the
that
metro.
idea.
We've talked about
I
that. Was
thought
it
of
your
that
idea?
idea.
Well,
was
it's
mine.
our idea.
I was at our wine bar and I
don't
told him
think
this
so.
idea.
No,
I
that did
literally
not happen that
did.
way. Totally our idea.
I thought of it in
We
2019.
did not steal from anybody, and we should find a way to do that.
This
I
is
think it'd be a lot of
malarkey.
fun. It'd be a lot of fun. It'd be a blast. Malarkey, maybe, yes, a little bit, but it's also a compliment about how great your ideation can be.
I'm gonna have that 605 on that bus.
Let's do it.
Hey, I have the Sprinter van.
Do you really? We should do that.
I have a Sprinter van. We could
Give me a
do.
new business concept for somebody.
Yeah, we're just gonna do every other week. We're gonna have a side job, side hustle.
Oh, rural dive bars.
dive bar tours.
There's a lot of great spots and a lot of great chiselic to be consumed.
For sure.
Oh, okay.
What are
Yeah.
some of your favorite dive bars, if you will, if you want?
Well,
to
so I
call
live
them
in
that?
Hartford. I'm a little partial to the South Bar. They have great popcorn. And we used to live in DC. We moved back to South Dakota in 2016, and you get a Surly Hell's tall for like $4, and a Bud Light was like $10 in DC. So we thought we found the promised land. It was pretty good. But man, there's so much good food out there. Someday Cafe in Baltic does a rockin' hot beef sandwich. So does a Hartford Steakhouse Tavern. I'm partial to Hartford because I live there. But there's so much good food across the region. If you want a really good meal, the Sioux Valley Grill in Canton as well can really.
That's a really good
make
restaurant.
Great meal.
I've
Fantastic
I've
meal.
heard that.
Yeah, it's like legit, like for a
Yeah.
girls' night or like a dinner or whatever. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's solid. Skewers and Tea does some great barbecue. They have some really cool names for their sandwiches that I really enjoy. They do the Trump, which is a pulled pork sandwich with like a curtain of nacho cheese on the top, kind of like the guy's hair. It's a banger of a sandwich.
That's fantastic.
They have really good food,
Yeah,
actually.
good.
Yeah, good food across the region.
Yeah, and I feel like tea's kind of blowing up right now, huh?
It is. T, Harrisburg, Brandon, Hartford. Those inner suburbs, we're seeing a ton of growth. And so are the outer suburbs as well. A lot of folks, they work in Sioux Falls, but they want that small, intimate, rural lifestyle to raise their families. And we're so fortunate to work for them and help serve them and bring attention to all the great amenities that those towns have to offer.
Yeah, I always feel really poor when people move to those towns and I see their houses Because like first off, I feel like everyone just decided like, hey, and I feel like I have severe FOMO because they all moved to like the outskirts in really nice homes and they all live in neighborhoods together. So then they're all just like hanging out.
It's happening.
And
It's
I feel left
happening.
out.
You are left out. But you could join. I mean, Harrisburg T, Brandon, you name it. These towns would have you. Del Rapids, great place. You can call home. Maybe you can just start buying properties and making Airbnbs in all our communities. I don't know.
Oh, and starting my new bus business.
I like it. This is economic development.
Hey, look at this.
We're ideating.
Dare you say
buzzwords?
Synergy.
Synergy.
It's that synergy. But speaking of the synergy, though, talk about some of you've had some events that you have helped create.
Yeah. So we economic development organizations aren't typically very event heavy because we're trying to bring businesses to the region, which takes a lot of our time. But we threw a conference in 2021, our first conference, Grow Smarter Conference. And the idea was we want to get people together from across the state and across our region talking about economic development policy. And it sounds kind of boring to some people, but we're kind of nerdy in the economic development profession. And so we had our second one hosted last year. We hosted in the Middle Barn in Harrisburg on the apple orchard there. And we're hosted again next fall. It's about a 2-day conference, and we do a bus tour of that area too to show folks the growth that's happening across the region. And from businesses to rooftops to new parks, there's tons to see, tons to do. And telling the story is part of the fun. That's
so. How are you? Are you? Because isn't she in Lennox?
Well, okay.
She has a new HGTV show.
This is tough for me. I don't follow Teen Mom all that closely, but
you're not one of her like bajillion followers.
I can't say that I am, but I think my wife might be or might have been. I feel like one time.
Do you mean following like physically, or do you mean following on social media?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to know. Honey, if you're watching, which I think you are, you said hello. You'll have to answer that question yourself. But I feel like she was living outside of Wall Lake for a while. Maybe she's in Lennox now. I don't know. This is a mystery.
This is the gossip I heard.
This is a mystery. I'll have to figure this one
Kelsey, are you following Teen Mom? Yes or no?
And Teen Mom, you better watch her back.
She's coming. Oh, yo. No, I'm excited to see that show. Anyways, and that's, I mean, if they mention it, it's good for the area too.
Oh, it's great. It brings great attention to the entire region.
Yeah.
You know, the Sioux Falls area has so much to offer for everybody, whether it be downtown Sioux Falls, or downtown Dells, or downtown Canton. There's so many things that people can enjoy, both rural and urban.
Yes. Anything you want to add of how people can get involved?
Well, if you want to find out more about our organization, you go to our website, siouxmetro.com. You can learn about our 15 communities that we serve in our 3 counties. Each of these communities has their own nonprofit structures, their own community organizations. And I think if you want to get involved and help make these communities even better than what they are today, reach out. They're always looking for volunteers. It does take a community working together to really rise that tide. And we're lucky that we have so many people that are watching. Oh my, Kelsey says she used to, but not so much anymore. So we don't know what that means though.
In the shadows,
closely. More info to come on that one.
Oh no. Oh geez. Well, what's your favorite part of your job before we head to our game?
Oh, there's a game. Ooh. Favorite part of my job is working with our communities. Each of our communities wants to see growth happen, and each one has a different strengths and some different opportunities, and helping them identify those strengths and find ways to really capitalize on growth across the region really makes my job fun. A lot of it is dreaming and visioning, and then putting plans to action and talking to people about what they could do. That's the fun part of development, is pitching an idea to somebody and trying to find a way to get them on board. And then through that idea, you have the ability to help change somebody's life for the better, right? Economic development is we're bringing new jobs to the area, building the tax base. And through that process, wages increase and people's qualities of life increase, which makes us all better. So that's just, it's service 101. I love it.
Dang. Well, should we play our game?
Let's do it.
Okay, I can't look.
You can't look. So I'm going to read these, and I'm just going to keep this on. So this is going to be between you guys. Okay, so we both have podcasts, right? 605 show. And
what's your podcast called?
Growing Places, the podcast.
Look at you.
It's a great name.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. So you guys we've gathered, curated, if you will.
I will.
Oh, thank you. Some quotes.
Okay.
Some quotes. These quotes are from
What's in that coffee?
our podcast.
Okay. Yep.
Cocaine. No, I'm
It's,
kidding.
it's,
All right, I'm out.
it's a room temperature toddy. All right. So I'm gonna read this quote,
Focus.
and you guys are going to tell me what podcast it's from. And you guys got to guess which one. And I don't know how specific we're supposed to get. She was very specific.
Oh.
So a point if you guess the correct podcast, and I will say bonus points if you can tell me which episode it's from.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Here we go. Because we both listen to this podcast religiously.
So, all right, here we go. Quote, I know like 3 people who are good with money, and I know a lot of people. End quote.
That wasn't me.
I don't know if that's me either. It sounds like the 605 show.
What are your guesses?
I think it's Jesse's.
I'm going with, I think it's her.
Okay, Jesse's correct. It is
Oh.
the 605 show.
And I
Wait, what did we say?
This was
3
the quote
people.
is I know like 3 people who are good with money, and I know a lot of people. End quote.
A lot of people.
I to give some clarity to this, I do think this was V.
I was like, I don't think I said that.
And
What's the
this was
context?
this is on the 605 show episode 37 titled Fiscal Irresponsibility, Meat and Poor Pronunciation.
Oh, is that with
Remember
Teresa Hart?
we
Probably.
did, Teresa Hart at
Yeah, yeah,
Carnival,
Yep.
Oh,
and we were trying to
Okay.
pronounce Caparina
yeah.
and talking about fiscal irresponsibility.
Caparina.
All right, so Jesse's up
I know, like,
1.
3 people.
Okay, here we go. Second quote: do you call it frothing? Frisbee golf? Frolf? No. Okay. Whatever.
Oh, I think that's definitely growing places.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that too.
Both guessing growing places.
Yes.
Plus a point for both of you. Jesse, do you know what episode this is from?
I'm trying to think who all has frothing courses across the region. I know Worthing has a nice one. Hartford does as well. I don't have it. I don't have it.
Well, you get a point, no bonus points, but it's from episode 16, The Wonderful World of Worthing.
Worthing, yeah. Well, I should have got up a gut. I like a lot of things
I
in
like your
life.
titles.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. let's do
Sheldon
it.
Jensen, staff person. It's all him. He loves it. Okay,
We'll have to give him a shout out.
get a Sheldon.
Those
All right.
alliteration, I see.
We're going to quote a lot of these people are sitting in their basements. I kind of feel bad for them. Got to get that sunshine, man. End quote.
That's his.
I think it's 605.
That's his.
It's totally 605.
Alana, plus a point. Now we're tied.
Whoa.
That is Growing Places, episode 7, The Art of Thriving in a Small Town. They do have great naming conventions.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
We need to
kudos
work on
Sheldon.
that.
Guys, I
I
gotta
need
get back
to
to it.
re-listen to that one. Who was in their basements and then why do we feel bad for
Yeah.
them?
Do they need help?
I don't know. We better find them.
All
Well,
right,
they're in their
here's,
basement, so
here's another good one. Quote, I grew up in the flatlands. I'm not a mountain biker. End quote.
That's gotta be V. I think that's.
So your guess is 605.
I'm
show.
guessing 605. As
I bet
well.
that's V.
All right, you both are correct. Still
Okay.
tied. That is from episode 29, live from Pier 2020,
Live from Peter.
with Visit Spearfish and
Wow,
OGs.
I love Peter.
And that's probably like a couple of drinks in at the tourism company.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
sounds
went.
about
She
right.
went way through the archives for this.
I'm
Dang.
impressed.
She
Way to
did a
go,
good
Greta.
job. All right, we got 2 more. The quote is, quote, it's a chicken and an egg thing. End quote.
Oh,
That's gotta be 605.
that's got to be growing places.
What?
We call it economic development. Which one come first? Chicken or the egg?
Okay, I'll stick with my things so he'll get a
He
point.
gets a point. It's Growing Places, episode 2, business attraction, retention, and small business success.
What comes first? Rooftops or businesses? We don't know. They just appear out of the ground.
I think 2 things can be true at the same time.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do this one. Here we go. Quote, there's something about the artifact of a book that I just love. Like I said, I am not very cool.
That would be-
605.
End quote.
That would be growing places.
No, it's always 605.
When did we ever talk about a book?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
At one time, episode 19.
Episode 2?
Jesse's got another point on you now.
Oh,
This is the 605 show, episode 8.
Oh, I was close.
We had Adam Jorgensen on with Sioux Falls Pride, NW Engbers, and Jackson Rentschler. This was,
Oh.
I think this
Okay.
was even out at the tap room.
This
That
was out at
explains why
Gateway,
she
probably.
forgot.
Gateway.
This is yeah during Gateway,
Classic.
which like people would stop us when they were gonna go pee and like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, this is episode.
Talking to metal things. What do you think?
This is before we had all of this.
I know.
the cool stuff,
Like
Yeah.
that.
cameras.
What'd you say earlier? Malarkey?
Malarkey.
Yeah.
It's malarkey.
Yeah. All right. Last one.
'Kay.
Okay. So Jesse's up 2. So this is just more for
All right.
honor at this point.
Honor.
Quote, move over celery. We're into pickled green beans now.
Okay, that would be them.
End quote.
I think it's us.
Okay. So you get
I
a
don't-
bonus point.
I think it's got to be 605. I don't know why we talk about celery in the Sioux Metro.
I don't know why we're talking about celery, but I didn't know we ever talked about books.
Which one's more surprising, celery or books?
Definitely books if you know this crew at all. All right. Guesses?
I vote his.
605.
I don't
Oh,
remember.
okay. Ilana advances 1.
What?
I still
What was the episode? Was I gone?
This is episode 10. Nuts and stuff.
Oh, yep. I missed that one. That's a good one. It's about black walnut.
Came for the nuts, stayed for the stuff.
That's right. That's right. Wow. That was exhilarating.
Okay, so for your podcast though, kind of plug how people can stream that
Yeah,
and when.
Growing Places. It comes out typically Tuesday mornings. You can find it on all places where podcasts are hosted, put on, streaming, whatever. And our podcast features businesses, people, places, and things across the Sioux Metro. And it's just bringing more attention to some of the interesting businesses and people that make our region so great, including nuts and stuff. Not celery, I don't think.
No, we're into pickled green beans now.
Yeah, that sounds a lot
I'm
better.
still shocked we
Yeah.
talked about and
Oh, for sure. It has to have been.
just actually bringing like probably intelligent conversation to her.
Not a clue.
I know it wasn't Jackson. I don't think Jackson's read a book since like 5th grade. No offense, Jackson.
He's not. He's not watching.
He's not watching.
He's not watching.
Ouch.
This is one of those things, one of those talk shows. Ha
Yeah.
ha.
Oh, they all stuck together. Dang it.
Anything else you want to add? What's going on? What should people pay attention to?
Well, ton of stuff happening across the Metro for holiday or Christmas events. We'll be having an article put out there probably in the next 2 weeks that has a list of about 10 or 12 different Christmas events across the region. Parade of Lights in all of our towns. Most of them have them or some form of them, along with hometown Christmas events. Many of our communities really love going out on Christmas. And so there's craft fairs across the region. There's soup and sandwich lunches and dinners. There's free breakfasts. If you check out SiouxMetro.com, we'll have it posted all the details. There's so much to see and do, from Salem to Del Rapids to Hartford to Harrisburg. Everybody loves the holidays out here. There is no Grinch, not allowed. We have a ton of fun. And if you like a good home cooked meal, plenty of these places have them. And there's like Swedish meatball dinners across the region. I think we just missed one. There was in Colton. The Lutheran Church there had a Swedish meatball dinner on Sunday, and we had to miss it. We were in Duluth for the weekend. I'm just still so heartbroken about that because I love a good church Swedish meatball.
Nothing like
Meal.
good Swedish meatball.
Yeah.
Juicy.
Yum.
And stuff.
Juice and stuff. Oh my gosh. I will say though, it is fun for people who just like, say you don't have any plans. It's
Yeah.
it's just different and fun to go to a different town and just have dinner or lunch or shop or something.
yeah.
Like my parents actually just the other night went to Hartford for the steakhouse.
Oh yeah, the filet mignon dinner.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
is it prime rib night?
They got prime rib night, baby.
Ooh, now we're talking.
And he talked about it for like a couple hours. He was not getting over it. So
We had our rehearsal dinner before our wedding at the Hartford Steakhouse. And it's so special to us. They take such good care of us when we go there. I think during COVID, a lot of folks got out of Sioux Falls and they drove around the region. They checked out different restaurants and parks. I know a new one that just opened recently is the Gruff in Brandon, which is the same folks I think that own the Attic in Sioux Falls. And that place has such good food with an amazing vibe. And there's a lot of places like that across the region. So if you want to get out of Sioux Falls or get out of your town, drive around, check it out. There's so much to see and do. And best yet, your money does stay local, just a regional local, which still circulates and helps the economy grow.
because we're all
Spend money.
605.
Money, please.
Money. Help
Money,
me.
please.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Another successful.
Yeah. Thanks to both.
605
Yeah, here we
show.
go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey,
Cheers.
raise one up to Brian too.
Cheers, Brian.
Brian
Cheers.
Tenley.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy
Appreciate you
holidays.
guys.
Until next time.
We'll see you next month. Wow.